And with that little sidestep, USA, USA, USA. Okay, that's enough of that. Happy 4th of July, everybody. So, this is probably going to be a slightly, not as late as yesterday's video, but still a relatively later video. Just because service up at Cuca Lake isn't really the greatest. But, yeah, last night was pretty late. I had dinner with my family up at my late grandfather's place, because it's the last time our family is going to be there. But it's been, I just got back from working out, and so now I'm getting nice and clean. Hold on a second. I hope I cleared the runway okay. I really didn't. Here's hoping I don't run into those lawn chairs. Okay. All right. By the way, I wasn't struggling getting up that ladder. I tried to like skip a step or two. I'm trying to go up it, and I have water in here. Okay, so yes, last night we had hors d'oeuvres of I made my family a whole bunch of pickled onions, which we will be eating throughout the weekend because they're so good. They're going to be gone before you know it. I made my guacamole. There was Chex Mix, cheese doodles, like Knorr's spinach dip, whatever that is, with crackers. It was a lovely happy hour, and we made margaritas. I don't really drink, so I had to have a virgin margarita, which I'm not gonna lie, it's like a slushy like margarita on a hot day like yesterday. Yeah, you needed it. It's gonna be hot today, so I need to jump in the water again. Seriously, I jumped out my grandfather's boathouse yesterday. I didn't get as much water here than this. Anyway, right. So, let me get conditioner on. There we go. So before that, again, I just said we jumped off my grandfather's boathouse. Yes, I said boathouse. Has a ladder and everything. I mean, here's the thing. It was like sort of rainy yesterday, so I wanted to do like the running start you've seen me doing this before. But like, I couldn't because I'm not going to run on a wet boathouse roof. You don't want to slip and fall and potentially get really hurt. Luckily here, though, it's okay. And I actually did a really funny thing for my to my godmother aunt / godmother. I gave her the old Jaws. Went deep underwater. She didn't even notice I was there. Grabbed her leg underwater. Oh, that was great. That was easily a funny time of the day. Yeah, I know I should be talking more about what really went on last night, but just want to get cleaned up first so I can talk to you in better detail. Although, because of dinner last night, I actually sort of have an idea as to what I want to do from now on. I'll have to try and remember to do it though. Make sure you wash my face, wash my armpits, my body. I got soap in my body now. We're good to go. Just when the water starts feeling good. All right. Alright. Now I can sort of talk in earnest about the events of last night. Let me get my stuff ready to go. Put that over here. Okay. One moment. There we go. I grabbed my flip-flops. And for today I chose, this is literally the closest towel I had to red, white, and blue. So if it's not truly authentic, I am very sorry. Right. So yesterday, I said yesterday, today was going to be a Mom Food Chronicle. And it is. A very special Mom Food Chronicle today. And not solely because I'm up late talking about it, although that really helps. See, this is actually a mom food that actually my mom doesn't make. See, if you remember, I mentioned that mom food doesn't need to be specifically made by one's mother to be considered mom food. As long as it was made by some sort of authoritative figure who, you know, who loves you, you know, like taught you some stuff, you know, a parent, like, it could be like an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, maybe you have an older sibling, something like that. As long as, like, they made something that, you know, you truly feel, like, connected to, you know what I mean? In this case, speaking of my aunt/godmother, she's the one who made the mom food last night. Let me get my, my red, white, and blue cape on. All right. It's a little bit harder to, tie into a little knot or whatever. But here we go. So my aunt, now one thing you need to know about my aunt/godmother, and she has said this many times. If anything has 3 ingredients or more, she will not be able to make it. She cannot cook to save her life. That's not a slight to her or anything. She really has stated that. So you're asking, well, what'd she make? Well, you know, it's funny. I talked about how yesterday spaghetti, meatballs, and garlic bread weren't made in the traditional way, and now I'm going to be talking about another sort of foreign food, and that is Mexican food. See, my aunt makes something called Mexican surprise, which, I mean, we joke about it all the time in my family, but, you know, we've said stuff like, if it tastes like Mexican, it's a surprise. Stuff like that. When, in actuality, all it really was essentially make your own soft shell tacos / burritos. But at the very least, we had a pretty decent spread of, you know, ingredients. You know, there was, you know, shredded chicken, ground beef, rice. I made, you know, Spanish rice, lettuce, tomatoes, onions. I had plenty of my pickled onions and my guacamole. We use those for that as well. Those are really good. Cheese, you gotta have cheese. Salsa, sour cream. You know, it was a pretty substantial sort of a thing. But again, you know, the memory I sort of have with it is, again, it's my aunt/godmother. She's said many times that she can't cook. There's actually another mom food that she makes that I could talk about eventually. And, you know what? Why not? Since I talked about it yesterday. See, the other mom food that, you know, I'll keep it to both my aunts, because I could probably talk about this too. See, the other thing that my aunt makes is something called spaghetti pie. And funny, I just talked about spaghetti yesterday, so why not sort of continue that trend? It's basically, if you look up on YouTube, celebrity chef Mark Murphy makes something like that. That's pretty much what it is. So, yeah, you just got 2 mom foods from my aunt/godmother for the price of 1. And even though yesterday was just Mexican surprise, but yeah, you know. So, yeah, it's Mexican surprise and spaghetti pie. Those are, I love my aunt. She's crazy. And, yeah. In a good way, though. I really do love my aunt/godmother. But the real thing from last night came because I was sitting at the kids' table, even though all the kids are, like, well above the age of 25 at this point. So, It was myself, my cousins, and my 2 aunts, including the one who made dinner last night, who sat at the kids' table. And one tradition that my aunt does, that I think I may actually start doing in my videos now, is what's called a low, a high, and an act of kindness. Pretty straightforward how it works. You know, you talk about like your lowest point you felt that day. You talked about your highest point that day in terms of how good you feel, and an act of kindness that you did throughout, you know, the course of the day. In a way, it's kind of like how I end my videos, because, you know, I am humbled. I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today, as, you know, I'm feeling high. I'm hopeful, you know, feeling low, that, you know, we all have a wonderful day. And, I mean, it'd be sort of a cop-out if I would just say my video every day was the reactive kindness, and, you know, saying I'm humble and hopeful would be, you know, low and high. That's why I'm debating on whether or not I want to do it at all. But, you know, when we did our low-high act of kindness, my low was, as you recall, I was feeling lazy yesterday, so I could have got to the lake a lot sooner, but I didn't. My high was making both the guacamole and the pickled onions. And, you know, the act of kindness was, you know, helping make dinner. Because, you know, I really did help make dinner. So it was nice. And for dessert, we had ice cream, cookies, Boston cream pie, and we played spades last night, and I won. Yeah, it's been sort of seriously, I probably may have like one of the better win-loss records in our family when it comes to playing spades, but it's not really saying much. If I were to really think about it, my aunt/godmother's record's pretty solid in terms of win-loss. My mother, my father especially, good, my goodness, my father, he's really, like, he's like the most wild, he's like the craziest one of us all. It's unbelievable. Because, like, he likes to egg you on sometimes, in a funny way. One of these, that wouldn't be a bad idea to sort of, like, record a spade game. That'd be nice, right? Oh, one thing I gotta tell you about the high-low act of kindness is wherever you go, low you go, oh, wherever you go, high you go, yay. Again, that's my aunt's idea. I just stick around for the ride, you know what I mean? And then there were the opening ceremonies. And I want to get this out of the way right now. See, the reason why my family's up here is because it's the last time we're going to be staying at my grandfather's cottage, because, you know, we gotta sell it. And it's the only thing we can do now. For the opening ceremonies, it turns out that, see, my grandfather eventually got so sick that he couldn't really write anything anymore. And before it happened, you know, he said he was gonna, like, write, like, letters for us and, you know, say some words about us and stuff. But he never really got around to do it. So my aunt/godmother, to the best of her abilities, seriously, she's been like the MVP so far this weekend. No, I'm just saying. She actually, to the best of her ability, would sort of say what my grandfather would say. And she also made us little necklaces. I'll show you. Here's the bag. Here's see if you can take a look at it, whatever. See, my grandfather knew that I like to cook, so my aunt made a necklace of, she have a potato masher, long fork, slotted spoon, a whisk, a big serving spoon, and inside this bag, if you can't see that, see, my grandfather, if you remember, had a military funeral, and so this is a shell from the 21 gun salute. Yeah. Surprisingly, there was actually 21 of us there. Who knew? And, I said he wrote a letter. So, I'll read it. I don't want to. Nick, you and Bobo, that's what we call our grandfather, Bobo, have cooking and trying to learn new recipes in common. Cooking was Bobo's passion. Bobo absolutely loved going to dinner with you. In fact, he would always talk about the time you guys went to, it's the Valley Inn, but because it's in the Guyanoga Valley, my grandfather would call it the Guyanoga, but it's called the Valley Inn, the place in Branchport with the great wings I told you guys about. Bobo also liked how he could count on you to be punctual. I was never late for that man. On his last birthday, he talked about how he had such a wonderful surprise and gift. You unexpectedly came to his house and wished him a happy birthday in person, which I did. You made his day. And that was, you know, I accepted the necklace and everything in common. And there's one little envelope in there. Hold on. Oh, don't want to blow it away. That's him and me. This one was from my 3rd marathon. This one was from my 4th marathon. That's him reading. That one up the top right-hand corner is him reading to me. I'm wearing funny paper hats in the bottom one. I'm driving his old boat. Yeah, that's my grandfather. And he's the reason why we're all up here right now. And that brings up one last thing I want to talk about. See, the other day I mentioned how it was, I believe it was Wednesday. We had a mom food that I didn't want to talk about for a good long while. See, way back when I started the Mom Food Chronicles, originally the very last mom food I was going to talk about, I'm trying to put my necklace away right here. There you go. That's safe and sound. The mom food I was going to say for last was my mother's broccoli and Swiss cheese soup. But upon further reflection, plus the fact that I already talked about it, actually that wasn't, hold on a second. The mom food that we had is a recipe from this man. See, I plan on making the final Mom Food Chronicle videos I ever do being foods that my grandfather made. That's why, I mean, I can't do them now because there's still plenty of other mom foods I want to get to first. Yeah, again, I want to save, you know, my grandfather's food, you know, for last. I feel it's appropriate that way. I mean, technically, you know, my mom had to learn some form of cooking from someone. And so, why not, you know, save the source for last, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Look forward to that in the future. I mean, again, it's going to be a good while before I even really think about doing any of them. But you'll know when they happen because I will allow to explain that. So, yes. Last night was actually really special. Mexican surprise, family, swimming, you know, it was great. And I should probably get going before I get all emotional. But first, oh yeah, this is going to be a good 4th of July. Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media, turn on YouTube. I'm very humble. I made this video for all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today. And hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July. You know, USA, USA, USA. And remember, if you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always here to let you know. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya. You know what? Nah. Again, I am thinking about doing the high or low active kindness, but the problem is, how would I do it? It's hard to do that in a video like this. Again, I'll let you know if I ever really start doing that, but for now, you have at least the idea, you know, in the back of your head. See ya. Happy 4th of July then.